So today we're talking about the Rode Wireless Micro Mini Camera Kit. And I did a review on this where it's part of a gear video where I did 5 different products, but I've been using this since then. And today we're talking about what this is, what it's good for. It's really small, it's super lightweight, it's super simple and easy to use. But the question is this good enough for more heavy workloads? And we'll jump into that. So the Rode Wireless Micro Camera Kit is a small wireless microphone kit that comes with basically 2 transmitters and a receiver, but it also comes with a receiver for USB-C as well. And as you noticed, it's not in the box, and so that is one of the first things that you'll have to be aware of. From a user experience standpoint, that's not ideal, but this not being in here helps the case be extremely small. This is probably the smallest case that I have, but that's not the I guess that's not everything about the receivers. There's a hidden feature for this with your cell phone that may make this unnecessary to carry anyway, and so we'll get to that here in a little bit in the video. The make and build of this is really where this shines. I mean, the size is the biggest selling point for this. I mean, if you look at this transmitter, the transmitter is 18 grams, and that's with the magnet on the back, right? This magnet here. Without it, it's 12 grams. And so by itself, it's 12 grams, 18 grams. This is extremely lightweight, and this is the kind that, of course, you can clip on the shirt with the clip there, or you can use the magnet and you can kind of put it midway down on the shirt wherever you want to have it. And so that is a really strong suit that you can use it up here, or you can use it up here. If you have a button up, you can do it sideways, etc. So that is a plus. And also the receiver is also small. The receiver is small as well. As you can see, this is a really small receiver. And so on my A7C2, it slides in there with friction, so you don't even have to worry about it. It goes on there really nice and smooth. That's a nice receiver to go on top of a really small, lightweight, ready to go fast, kit for run and gun shooting, for vlogging, for different stuff like that. There it is on my FX30 right there. And so still super small and lightweight, so easy to use. Again, it's nice that you don't have to have like the little screw, when you put the mic and you got to screw it on, etc. It just kind of just goes this. You don't have this at the top. You just slide it there and it just fits and it just works. So again, everything about this mic is designed for speed. Everything is about usability, quick, ready to go, etc. So I'm going to connect this to my camera so we can start talking about the features and the benefits, and then that way you'll hear what the mic sounds like in this fairly controlled environment. So let's talk about the specs, at least the ones that matter. First and foremost, these are omnidirectional polar pattern cardioid microphones, right? And so that's picking up sound in different directions, etc. It's 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz frequency range, which is the standard across the market. And then it's 135 decibel maximum SPL, 21 dBA equivalent noise, and 73 decibel signal to noise ratio. And most importantly, it's 24-bit 48 kilohertz recording. So that's your standard, kind of like market expectations right now. And they have something that's called intelligent gain assist, which basically raises the volume of the transmitter depending on your environment and things like that, to try to make sure your voice is always heard. Because, for example, I have a water pipe that runs here in my bedroom, this is technically a room in my office here, right above that space to my left, which would be your right on the screen. And you may be hearing that, you may not. There isn't any like noise canceling or anything like that on this particular microphone set. But so that basically handles that function of the microphone. So you and I will both see in post whether or not it removed that sound in this portion of the video. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the Rode Micro camera kit sound test, and I did it at 80 steps, about 3 meters a step, and direct line of sight. This is what you can expect, and you know, keeping in mind that we're using these type of microphones, you're not gonna be that far away from the camera anyway. So this is what you can expect from the Rode Micro Camera Kit sound test. As far as battery life, each one of these transmitters gets 7 hours of battery life. And then you can switch back and forth between the charging case. The case will charge these transmitters 2 times. And so basically 14 more hours, or so, a total of 21 hours, they say. As far as battery life for me, I went to use this at CES and the batteries had died on the case and the microphone and the transmitter. One of the best gimbals on the market for heavier payloads while keeping it super light, easy and portable to carry around. I don't remember if I charged them before I left for Vegas or if if I didn't or not. I know I had been using them up to that point. I did a video on my other channel. Like, the battery life is fine if I'm using this on a day-to-day set. I don't know if whether or not it's one of those sets like, you know, my SmallRig S70, which I use that one. I did a review on that one. I'll talk about that in a second. I can put that in my bag, you know, and not worry about it a couple days later and not be worried about if I have battery life or not. And so that's just something that is still inconclusive for me, just being completely transparent with you, as always. As far as audio quality, I mean, you've been hearing this, you know, since I started talking about the features and benefits. So you let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Is this good enough for your paid clients, you know, etc., or is this, you know, just good enough for like YouTube and run and gun? You let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are. But as far as the actual sound quality of the microphone, I think they sound good. There's no 32-bit float on this particular microphone set. There's also no internal recording on this microphone set. This is really good for really fast deployments, really good for throwing on top of your cameras really fast and being able to pick up and go. But in those scenarios, if someone all of a sudden yells or something like that because they get excited, you know, you don't have the 32-bit float to rely on. But I also think that that's something that, if you've been creating content for a while, is something you're used to, because 32-bit float is kind of new. And so depending on where you sit, that may not be a big feature for you, and you may be used to having to make sure that your gain levels are good. They both are 24-bit, 48 kilohertz, but you know, where it comes down to is the individual use case and then what's important to you. This one is super small and lightweight and goes on top of the camera easily. There's a couple buttons to help you navigate, you know, the stereo mode or the merged mode, as they call it, or the single mode where each microphone has a channel. This one, on the other hand, has a little bit more features. It has the stereo mode, the merged mode, as well as a safety track mode. If you want to look at the other video and learn more about the S70, I'll put that at the end. So if you're recording directly in the Rode Capture application, you can connect the transmitters directly to your phone via Bluetooth and a proprietary signal with the Rode Capture application. So that is a plus, that if you do happen to not carry this with you and you want to use it with your cell phone and you're okay using the Rode Capture app, you can use the Bluetooth connection and still get that good sounding audio directly to your cell phone. So I don't know, let me know your thoughts and your comments on the Rode Wireless Micro Camera Kit. I do definitely think it's a great kit. I think it sounds good. It's just we're in a time period where so many different microphones sound really good. You really are picking them based on what you need and what your user experience needs to be and what your use cases are. They all pretty much sound good. And it's really hard to tell the difference from them when you're listening to them on YouTube or something like that that's going to compress the files anyway. I think between the two that I mentioned, the S70 and the Micro Wireless Camera Kit, I think it comes down to whether or not you need redundancy or you need a safety track, which would lead you towards the S70, or if you need smaller, more portable, on the go type, setup. But go ahead and watch the S70 video if you are curious to what that one sounds like compared to this one. And then if you think that I should do a direct comparison with sound samples between the two, let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel and enjoyed today's content, consider subscribing to Cosey Cameras. And as always, stay cozy in that crazy world, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.